Hi, I'm Julianne Ash. I'm the Director of Midwest Educational Therapy and Associates. And I wanted to share some information with you that I've been doing with presentations for a number of parents in our area. One huge question that we get over and over is about parent stress and how can you get work done without nagging or fighting? How do you motivate your child to get them going? This is a really difficult situation for parents, but one of the key things you want to keep in mind is front load for success. So you say, okay, what does that mean? You want to manage your environment for your child to help them have the best opportunity for focusing. One of those things would be minimizing distractions in the environment. Don't set them up where they can look straight out the window. Another thing that you might want to do for minimizing distractions is if it's a fairly noisy area or you have a small house or younger children, noise canceling headphones can make a huge difference in helping blocking out those extraneous distractors. Be sure to get all of your materials in one spot so that now you don't have to go looking or searching. Make sure you have plug-in cords so you don't run out of power in the middle of a Zoom. An additional thing for your child would be a list of the passwords for each class's book or Schoology or Canvas or whatever platform that you're using. Oftentimes students spend a lot of time, and it becomes very distracting when they can't find the login for their book when it's referenced in a particular lesson. If you have some time when it's you actually have some paper and pencil or construction materials that your child has to do, especially now since more of our schools are going back full time, get everything together before you start. Make a list and then get it in one place. Keeping things in one place where you can get your hands on them is really important. Check the environment as well. Do you have good lighting? Is your child have some place that's comfortable and easily adjustable for them to sit on? A lot of our students, especially our younger students, like the ball chairs, which look like a Pilates ball on coasters. They're very comfortable and pretty reasonable. And I actually like them myself because it takes some pressure off of my back when I sit for a long time. You may enjoy them. The other thing that's important for your child is to be sure that the surfaces that they're trying to manipulate so that the desk is not too high or too low. Comfort is really important, especially if you're still doing Zoom classes. You may also like to set up a screens only work time. For example, when everybody starts to do work, there's no extraneous screens in the house. No one else is running the Xbox. There is no TV. There's nothing other than possibly some background music. If you have younger students who get done more quickly or an individual who finishes up, don't let them go and watch Netflix or YouTube. Make it so that this becomes everybody's work time and not just playtime for some. It will really help minimize the distractors and build the good habits of just having a block of work time every day. Now, some of you have asked, well, what do I have them do instead? And encourage them to read, draw, build with Legos, craft, anything that actually helps them to build interests beyond the screens. It'll add to the child's balance. When you're also trying to get a child to move forward with their homework without fighting, you really want to check to make sure that they understand what to do and their steps are broken down for them in small enough chunks that they feel like they can do it. Larger tasks, you might want to help them put on a timeline or on a calendar so that they can mark it off, and be sure to use specific praise about how well they did as they move through their task list. It's very frustrating. It's very draining for children. It's very draining for adults. And oftentimes a student feels like, or a person for that matter, feels like all they hear is about what they've done wrong. Be sure you target some praise and remember to do at least 3 positive comments for 1 negative one. Help them set up their own organizational system. One of the other YouTubes, we talk about the difference between brain styles. Sometimes a parent and the style that school has doesn't really fit your child's brain style. Check out our YouTube channel to find out more about brain styles and other kinds of organizational systems that might help your child. But one of the key points right here is let them try it themselves. I tell parents this is a time where sometimes we bite our tongue and let them try it, and if it doesn't work out, we come back and say, hey, did you like that? If not, what can we do to change? One of the things that's guaranteed to kill anybody's attempt to develop their own organizational system is the famous words, well, I told you that wouldn't work. So again, remember, it may not be exactly the way you would have organized, but look at the results, not the process. If the results are good, I would say, again, specific praise for your child. Oftentimes, we've been taught in the past, sit down and work until you're finished. Some of the newest research in both brain and movement types of looking at learning tell us that that may not be optimal. The Promodoro technique is a technique that's been developed originally for adults in the workplace that predicates that there's a 20 to 25 minute maximum focusing time in the brain. And then to aid in the reset and the re-engagement of that focusing cycle, the person should get up and move from 3 to 5 minutes in between each block. So for Promodoro blocks, it would be something like 20 minutes of work, move for 3 minutes, 20 minutes for work, move for 3 minutes. This gives the person a lot of flexibility for breaking up and sustaining attention so that your tasks don't end up just dragging on and on. For a child that just sits there and stares at a page of math, even if they're working on it, by the time they're done, if it's taken them an hour, the efficiency with which they're working at the end is much lower. However, if you're using the Promodoro technique, they'll be much more engaged, they'll be much more energetic, and it's going to be a lot easier. The easier it is, the less likely they are to push back against both your help and your suggestions. Focus on the positive. This is key for our students. It's key for people in general. We so often hear about what we can't do. There's a lot about what we can do. Most individuals want to be successful. They really want to do well. And even if your child is struggling, if they hear more positives, they're going to continue to self-motivate and try to get their work done. Additionally, be sure you've adjusted your expectations for your child's age and ability level. The Promodoro effect will help you manage their energy, and if you front load their environment with positive praise and smaller steps that look less overwhelming, it's going to be much easier for both of you to move forward to get that homework done. If you'd like to learn more about any of these topics, check out our Facebook channel at Midwest Educational Therapy and Associates. We have more information for you on the website at www.metaoh.org. And we have a Facebook page with lots of tips for parents on similar topics. That's Midwest Educational Therapy and Associates. Thank you so much and have a great day.